Hi, my name is Dan Kielman with Rada Manufacturing, and I'm here to share with you a strategy for using the ham slicer to cup a watermelon. And this is something that I stumbled onto a couple of years ago, and everybody I shared this approach with has really liked it. It's just a great way. What I do is when I buy a watermelon, I get it cut up. You can use this to cut the traditional wedges, but what I do is I use it to cut out the watermelon into fresh fruit that you can put into a bowl. And what I'll do is I'll cut up a watermelon, I'll fill up a fruit bowl that we can eat right away with a meal. It can go in the fridge, but then the other half of the watermelon goes into a storage container that can be eaten later on. It's just a real nice treat for the kids when they come in from outside. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut both ends of the watermelon, and you notice I'm doing this by the sink. And so what I'll do is I'll just throw them into the sink as I'm cutting it, and that way later on I can go ahead and collect it. And so there's the two ends, and here there's a little bit of watermelon left, and a lot of times I'll go ahead and this is a treat for the person doing the cutting. It's just a good way to get a little bit of a taste and see how good of a watermelon you picked out. So then the next thing is you have your watermelon, and I'll probably cut this in about 3 slices. And so I'll go ahead and do a wedge here. And notice how nice the ham slicer is. It's a nice big long knife that goes through the whole circumference of that watermelon. And then once I have it cut, I'll go ahead and slice it in half. And I'll put half of it on the side. And then the other half I'm going to take and I'm going to cut it away from the rind. So I did the first half slicing away from me, and you want to be careful. This is a very sharp knife, but notice how nice it cuts away from there. And again, I'll come back and I'll cut up a little bit of this and take some taste on that. But for the most part, it does a good job. Then I got a little bit of white there, so I'll cut that off. And then you have a nice chunk of watermelon, and I'm going to cut this in 3 pieces. Then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to chunk it again in 3, but whatever size you want. And then I'll come across here. And look at the nice wedges you have. Nice little chunks. It's great for a fruit salad. It's great for just an a watermelon dish. And I slide it right into that fruit bowl. And remember, that was half of a third of this watermelon. So another couple halves, and this will be full, and then the rest will go into the container for later on to use. And I use this. I did all this with our ham slicer. Nice long blade. Gets through there. It's easy to cut up this watermelon and make good use of it. And the nice thing is, you do it all at one time. You take care of the mess one time, and then you're done with your watermelon, and it's there to be eaten over the next 2, 3, 4 days. So I suggest you give this a try. Use our ham slicer and seedless watermelon and enjoy the treat.